season on the campus of West Virginia University, and a great tradition returns to Woodburn Hall. A great tradition is West Virginia University basketball as the 6-2 Mountaineers get set to host Coppin State here from the Hope Coliseum. Thanks for joining us. I'm Andrew Crudy, joined alongside by the West Virginia Hall of Famer Warren Baker as the Mountaineers look to stay perfect at home. So let's look at some West Virginia players that have really come on as of late. That's the freshman Amir Jenkins for West Virginia. Phenomenal bake in the way that he's been able to distribute the ball and not turn it over.
Now, for a young kid like that, what a spark he is coming off the bench. And like you said, he really takes care of the ball.
And meanwhile, for these Coppin State Eagles, they're looking for a big performance from DeMariante Hall, a 6'7 senior from Atlanta, who leads the team in points, rebounds, field goals made, and attempted. He's going to have a big game if they want to have a chance.
Well, he's a handful inside. I watched him the other night. Really, really strong. So it'll be a nice battle inside.
Larry Stewart is in his third season as head coach for the Eagles. Finished 2-27 in year one, but putting things together quickly. He has spent 14 years as an assistant coach in the state of Maryland at a couple of places. And there's Ross Hodge, first-year head coach for West Virginia, looking to stay perfect here at home. As we're ready to tip this off from Hope Coliseum, ball is in the air, and we are underway. Obioha wins it into the backcourt to Brennan Lorien. So it's nice to talk with Coach Ross Hodge for West Virginia in the pregame shoot-around bake. This is one of those games. It's in the doldrums of the season, but there are just 5 games left before you open Big 12 play as Brennan Lorien gets things going.
You got to try to stay sharp. They were sharp last ball game, and you want to come out and just keep building on that before Big 12 play.
West Virginia gets to Iowa State 5 games from now, as Coppin State will have its first possession of the game. And they'll go to the wing. Here's a 3 on the way from Collie Horton, and he swishes that one to give the Eagles an early lead here 40 seconds into the game. We are in early December, and West Virginia obviously favored massively in this game and a couple more to follow. Here's the starting 5 for West Virginia as Eagle staff gets it out of the reach of Obioha, and it's out of bounds. And the first turnover of the game for either team. But the standard is the standard, right, Bake? You can't come out here and give half effort when you know what is on the other side of this month.
That's exactly right. Again, you got to continue to sharpen. Eagle staff threw the ball out of bounds, had a bad angle trying to get it into the big man inside, so he's out of the game already.
Been a couple years since these two teams met. West Virginia with a dominant series lead and a dominant victory the last time out. And as you mentioned, Amir Jenkins comes off the bench for West Virginia after the bad turnover. Speaking of the standard that we were talking about, no lazy passes off the jump. Here's a running floater up and in for Coppin State. They've jumped out to a 3-point lead. It's 5-2.
Yeah. Chris Morgan with a nice move on the baseline.
Not a surprise, Amir Jenkins, first player out here, last 4 games. He's averaged about half the game played, 19 minutes, and is shooting 50%. Lorien got the earlier basket. Huff looks to get off on the right foot. It's no good. Rebound and a foul against West Virginia's Lorien.
Yep.
DeMariante Hall had sealed him off well. Lorien was trying to fight for positioning. He'll pick up his first personal.
Yeah, Hall's a big, strong kid, and yeah, he did a nice job, and Belo trying to get around him, just couldn't do it, and picked up the foul.
Jasper Floyd will watch Hassan Perkins move the ball over midfloor. 6-foot senior from Wilmington, Delaware. Got by the first man. And an attack to the rack results in a foul. To be 2 free throws coming up for Chris Morgan, the big 6'9 senior from Grand Prairie, Texas, who has some familiarity there with Ross Hodge.
West Virginia, the keys tonight, I thought, was lead, no doubt. Come out, start early, really try to take the will out of the Coppin State. But right now, Coppin's playing hard, and then remain unselfish. West Virginia, 7 different scoring leaders in 8 games. Keep playing unselfish ball. That's been very successful for them.
So Morgan at the line, 5th-year senior. And his first one is up and in. Eagles have taken the 4-point lead.
Yeah, Coppin State 2-2 in their last 4 games. That may not sound like, but they started 0-6. They've got a little bit of a jump in their step now, and they also need good spacing. The last game I saw, they had too much spacing, throwing a lot of cross-court passes. If they do that tonight, West Virginia will have a field day.
They're probably acclimating to life on the road, right? Here's a three-pointer from Huff. That's no good. Obi Oha tips the rebound over to Coppin State. Eagles have the ball over midfloor. This is game 4 of a 9-game road trip.
Road trip, yeah.
And in that 10th game, they're finally home, and immediately after they finally get home, they go back on the road to Delaware.
Back on the trail again.
Hall takes Lorient to the basket. Big physical foul, and then Lorient is going to pick up his second personal less than 2:30 into the game. 17:32 to go, and now Coach Ross Hodge will have a decision to make here. No way you can leave Brendan Lorient in. You'll have to bring in Chance Moore and DJ Thomas, who are set to check in.
I saw Demarion Tay Hall play the other night, and he was just brutal inside. Really big, strong kid. Looked like he should be on the football field, but he is really put together.
First free throw off the front of the rim. He's just a 70% free throw shooter on the season. So Bila will go to the bench. Mountaineers will get their substitutions in, and all in the meantime, Larry Stewart is offering his thoughts at the Coppin State bench. Obviously, this is as good as it could have gone, right? Up 4 a couple minutes into the game.
Exactly.
Second free throw from Hall is good. So 5-point game. West Virginia will try and work back into it. Was asking Coach Hodge at shoot-around today, what is he looking for in the first 5 minutes of the contest? Really just trying to scout out what the opposition does in response to West Virginia's bread and butter, like throwing it inside. And here's a nice attack. Shot no good, a lot of contact. Shot would not fall there for West Virginia's Moore. And on the other end, layup left short on the aggressive take there from Hall. Whistle will give it to West Virginia as Floyd is fouled.
Hall was like a freight train going down the court just now. I'll tell you what, if you step in front of him and take a charge, you're going to know it.
Yeah, that's like a linebacker going downhill.
Yes.
Hall is listed at 6'7", 235, so maybe shave off a couple inches. That center of gravity is really dangerous, but that's why he's playing basketball at 6'7". Jenkins pulling the strings here for West Virginia. Will find Huff.
Coppin State in a 2-3 zone. West Virginia trying to solve it.
Bit of a staccato look for West Virginia on the offensive side. Trayson Eaglestaff has checked back into the game. Into the corner. Jenkins penetrates. Shot blocked. Oh, we get a late foul called against Coppin State, which will send Amir to the free throw line for the Mountaineers. We'll see that one again. It's a second foul picked up in the meantime by Chris Morgan. So early foul trouble for both bigs, for both teams.
Yeah, Morgan's 6'9". He's about 235. As you mentioned, he played for Coach Hodge at North Texas. So Coach Hodge pretty familiar with him and was able to give us a little insight on him today.
And obviously, a ton of love between both of those guys. The season that they had at North Texas together, the run that they made. Jenkins' second free throw would not go. As well as Amir Jenkins has performed, the free throw line is something to fix. It's about at 50%. Here's a feed underneath, and a gimme missed, but a gimme followed up. And Ross Hodge wants to take a timeout after Coppin State has taken a 9-2 lead here at the Hope Coliseum. 7-point lead for the visitors at the 16:34 mark in the first half. It's a little too easy underneath that time, Big.
Yeah, and then he's quick off his feet. Morgan quick off his feet to get that tip back in again. And West Virginia right now is about a half a step slow. I'm sure Ross Hodge is addressing that in the huddle right now.
Well, games like this where you are heavily favored, right? Coppin State and the Ken Palm is all the way down there, right, on the worst teams statistically, rankings-wise, in the country. But Ross Hodge would be the person least surprised by how the game is going so far. He was actually telling us, you know, in the earlier stages of today's shoot-around that you only have so many opportunities to suit up and play a college basketball game, right? And so he takes that time out and really has to reframe things because he can only do so much.
Yep. You know, and we mentioned today, and I asked about it, I said, you know, these guys talk behind closed doors. They know that they should win this game, but you still got to go out and do it.
That's why you play them.
That's exactly right.
All right, more changes for West Virginia. Jackson Fields has checked in, 6'8" senior from Missouri City, Texas. He'll set the high screen there as Moore handles at the left wing and finds Floyd and then to Huff. Floyd runs the ISO, left it short off the front of the rim, but a jumping putback there for West Virginia's senior Chance Moore makes it 9-4.
Well, Coppin State is not going to bring anybody in that has as much energy as he does now.
Torrin Andrews handles the ball, 6'4" senior from West Palm Beach. Tyler Koenig has also come off the bench. Horton.
Chevy Trucks.
Thanks for joining us from the Hope Coliseum alongside Warren Baker, Andrew Caridi. Bake, quick start here for Coppin State, right? What are they doing well?
Well, what they're doing are out hustling right now, the Mountaineers. But that changed when Chance Moore came in, but the rest of the team's got to catch up to speed.
Absolutely. All right, our third member of the broadcast crew is Amanda Mazey. She's got more.
Well, Coppin State may come in with a 2-8 record, but for Coach Hodge, they might as well be 10-0. Records do not matter. He expects his team to execute no matter who the opponent is. He says before every game, he writes the word us on the whiteboard and he circles it just to remind them who they are playing for and why they are playing this game. He feels if his guys play the right way for long stretches of time, that they will put themselves in a position to win. He said the difference is you can execute the right way and a talented player can make the shot over you, but a talented player has a hard time doing that consistently if you're doing the thing you are supposed to be doing. Andrew?
Thank you very much, Amanda. Yeah, that much is clear, right? The standard is the standard, and Big 12 play is going to be here before you know it. West Virginia, I think, as you said, Bake, got off on the right foot against Mercyhurst, did not let off the gas for obvious reasons. You know, kind of a get-back game from the Charleston trip.
Yes.
And now you're looking at really the internal battle. So Moore heads to the free throw line for West Virginia. He's been a spark off the bench for the Mountaineers. Hits the first free throw. West Virginia hits its first free throw of the game. Only went there one other time. Jenkins missed both. And speaking of early in the season with the important games to follow, Chance Moore hasn't looked like he's missed a beat. He's going to be a big piece moving forward.
He certainly is. Yeah. You can see that from the very first time he touched the court, the way that he goes and the motor that he has.
Oh, nice spin and the finish high and in.
Basket by Saunders.
Saunders, the 6'4" junior, able to knock that one in. And here's Eaglestaff on the other end. Beautiful swish.
That's what he needs. See that first one go down.
And Trayson Eaglestaff lets it go from downtown, and West Virginia has cut the Coppin State lead to 2. 11-9 Eagles. 5.5 played first half. Free ball missed and rebounded by Eaglestaff. And he'll carry the ball over midcourt. Floyd to Trayson Eaglestaff. Really had all sorts of experiences in the early stages here for West Virginia. Eaglestaff shot would not go. Tipped out, and behind the back save will stay with West Virginia. So Eaglestaff starts the game, makes a bad pass, gets brought out, reintroduced, hits a 3, but again, work in progress.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, his biggest thing is, and I talk to him about this all the time, is his confidence. You have to keep, shooters have to keep shooting it. It's going to eventually drop. We're just waiting for it when it does happen. But when you have him and then you have Honor Huff on the other side, that's going to be a tough duo to deal with.
Morris Ugasuk in there, along with Jackson Fields.
Boy, Coppin has been very active in that zone.
Moore couldn't get the roll, fought for underneath, and that's going to leave play off of West Virginia's Jackson Fields, who did get a fingertip on it along the baseline. Harlan Obioha will check back into the game for West Virginia. Mountaineers shooting just 38% to begin. Coppin State at 44%.
Ross Hodge, gambling just a little bit. Belo comes back in with those 2 fouls now, so he'll have to be careful.
Extended conversation there for Lorient, the West Virginia coaching staff. Sure they'll put him in a position to not be in danger. Oh, good flip underneath. And Obioha got the clean block on Koenig. Here comes West Virginia, and we're gonna get a technical foul here.
Yes, we do.
How about that? And this may go against Larry Stewart.
It is against Larry Stewart. Brett Smith looked right at him and pointed his finger. When Stewart is still really hot.
He did not like the lack of call underneath the basket against West Virginia. We'll see it again here.
Well, and he may have had an argument.
Yep. Oh, he just tossed him. That's a double tech on Coach Summers. And he will.
Yeah, he'll have to exit the building or at least go back to the dressing room.
Like you said, Bake, he's got an argument there.
I think he does. I think he does.
So with 13:29 to go in the first half, Larry Stewart has been ejected from the game.
Yes. Let's see how his team responds now. You know, it can go either way. Sometimes the team really picks it up and turns it on more, or they kind of fall apart. So we'll find out a little bit more about this Coppin team.
So what got the second one? He just kept going.
A few choice words you can't repeat over the air that he had.
Honor Huff has not started the game hot for West Virginia. He's missed his first couple of shots, and now free throws. West Virginia will get 4 of them. And Huff could not get the second one to fall. He's got 2 more because it's 2 technicals. West Virginia looking to tie the game here with 2 makes, but Honor has been a little cold last couple of games. Only had 6 points against Mercyhurst, and he's missed a third here.
I wonder if he has ever missed free throws in a row. I doubt it.
He gets the last one up there, knocks it in, and it's a 1-point game.
25%. Now, if you're West Virginia, the players really need to keep their composure.
Yep.
You say the wrong thing. Sometimes officials, you know, I won't say it's a makeup, but they will look, and if you show any type of, you know, you don't like a call or something, it may hit you with one.
Here's Floyd. Jump pass into the corner for Huff. Obioha, Floyd, and Lorient does have 2 fouls. Swiped that there. Belo keeps a hold of it. Floyd locks and loads, missed the shot. And Coppin State's got the rebound. Short jumper in and out, rebounded by West Virginia. But it's of a surprise, Bake, that Coppin State was able to start as hot as they had. West Virginia with 57.5 points per game allowed defensively, is best in the country.
In the country, yes.
Lorient left it off the rim, grabs his own board. Ugasuk, Belo gonna let it go and hit. West Virginia's got its first lead of the game. Andrews will give it off to Hussein Williams. As Coppin State now playing from behind for the first possession. Into the corner, contested shot, and Koenig gonna clean it up.
Boy, I'll tell you what, somebody just lost him inside. That should not happen. Nobody close to him when he got that rebound.
So we are tied 8 minutes into the first half. Floyd goes into the deep wing for Huff. Lazy pass there, turns it over.
Wow.
Underneath, Ugasuk tips it out of bounds, and that'll take us to immediate timeout. Larry Stewart ejected from the game, head coach for Coppin State. With an early shower, we're tied at 13, 11:49 to go in half number 1. Welcome back to Hope Coliseum. We are tied at 13 between the hosts West Virginia and the Eagles of Coppin State. We mentioned this is in the midst of a 9-game road trip for Coppin State. They've been on the right end of it once, but check it out, Bake. WVU, Liberty, St. Joe's, Radford, Navy, Georgetown, all coming up in a really short amount of time. That's a ton of basketball games in the next 20 days.
Yeah, especially when you don't get to go home. Well, you know, one thing, you know, the keys they had was they were 2-2 in their last 4 games. They were down by 13 to Ryder, fought back and won that game, so they had to get some confidence from that.
Well, if you're just joining us, Larry Stewart, head coach of Coppin State, ejected on a double technical. So he has left the game, and Chance Moore grabs the rebound for West Virginia. Steven Stewart will have head coaching duties, brother of Larry, as this game goes on. Shades bake of the Greenbrier game for West Virginia women's basketball in a way. Eaglestaff lines it up and hits again. That's Trayson Eaglestaff's second three of the game. And West Virginia leads by 3. Eaglestaff with a pair of triples. Taj Thweet is on the ball here for Coppin State. Former Mountaineer.
Former Mountaineer, yes.
And former Fairmont State Falcon, where he spent last season. He is 24 for Coppin State. He was the target there as they give it away. 2-on-1. Moore, Jenkins, Moore all the way and one. Boy, can he take off quick.
He really can. He is downhill all the time.
Chance Moore has got a team-high 6 points. He'll go to the line for one more.
Rare not to see him try to dunk one like that, but had the nice, soft, easy layup.
Well, since West Virginia trailed by 7, they are now on a 12-2 run over the last 3.5.
And a lot of it has to do with that young man right there, the energy that he brought when he came to the game.
Without a doubt, and he completes the three-point play. Completely agree with you, Bake. Seeing that West Virginia was on a certain speed, Chance Moore introduced to the game, and he was on the speed now that everyone's catching him.
Yes.
And Amanda Mazey has more on Chance Moore. They had a chance to speak at shoot-around.
We sure did. Chance Moore has been a nice addition off the bench after sitting out the first 5 games of his season. The 5th-year senior has instantly produced offensively. Sunday, he became the 7th different player in 8 games to lead this team in scoring with 11 points. He says he used his time on the bench to really soak in Coach Hodges' game plan, knowing that on any given night, a team can beat you no matter their record. This is his 4th college team of his career, and he says this team is the most balanced and unselfish team he has ever played on.
Thank you, Amanda. And Amir Jenkins holding onto that left shoulder as he'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws after the nice steal. Chance Moore, of course, played those 5 games in Arkansas, had to sit out for a little bit, former top 100 recruit, and is still getting acclimated, Bake, you know, to the full speed of things. Coach Hodge also telling us that, you know, when you lack those guys, whether it be health or other reasons they can't practice, you're missing the ability to get better internally.
Well, yeah, get in the flow of the game with the rest of the guys, yeah. But Chance is making that transition now, and well, what an addition he has been.
Yep, scoring in double figures in 2 of the last 3. Gonna be a big piece for West Virginia. Moving forward, Mountaineers lead by 8. Almost halfway through our first half. Coppin State has been pretty quiet offensively since their coach was shown the exit for a double technical. Jenkins, Moore. See what West Virginia goes with here. Got a match they like underneath with DJ Thomas. Jenkins, rare turnover there. Gonna give it away, and then Coppin State threw it to no one in particular. It is gonna be a steal for the Mountaineers. Jenkins rips it away, hits the trailer. Floyd, Eaglestaff, Hardy's got 2, and holds on to it this time. Jenkins, strong take, and draw the foul again. And that one's gonna go against Collie Horton, the 6'8" junior. So Jenkins to the line as this West Virginia run continues to balloon. 15-2 over the last 5 minutes.
Amir Jenkins has absolutely no fear when it comes to going inside. Seen him do it numerous times here early in the season. He fears no one, goes in, gets pounded some, or either makes a nice pass.
Now for Jenkins, last 5 games and counting, that's an assist to turnover ratio of 16-2. It was 15-1 before we started this game tonight. They asked the very difficult question, Coach, do you like that ratio? You take that for a freshman.
Yeah, not bad.
Jenkins' second free throw wouldn't go. Mountaineers lead by 9. We have passed the halfway mark here at Hope Coliseum. And Eaglestaff wisely keeps a hold of it, and then it's thrown away. Moore got all the way there with the left. And it's 9 for Chance Moore.
And
the West Virginia Tide is rolling here.
The defense has turned up.
West Virginia defense we have been accustomed to. And Eagle staff going to be called for a foul. As Coppin State going to try and stop this scoring drought that has lasted 2:45 with a pair of free throws.
Hall, really nothing he could do there. Probably was wise by not trying to block that and picking up a foul.
Yep. Torrin Andrews heads to the line. And his first one sunk, fifth-year senior. Started the first 2 games this season, since has come off the bench last time out, 4 points, 4 rebounds. DJ Thomas, Amir Jenkins to the bench. Fields and Huff will re-enter. Big, you've watched obviously West Virginia. Anything stand out about Ross Hodges' decisions and substitutions that he makes? Because they're free-flowing.
Oh, they are, and I think he just, gets a feel, and a lot of it will be on the defensive end if you're not doing what you should. Wow.
Chance Moore in double figures with a 2-hand slam. 9:14 to go in the first, and that'll warrant a timeout from Stephen Stewart of Coppin State. That's just too easy, Bake.
It is too easy. He really, really knows how to cut and find the right seam to go down to get those shots.
Believe it or not, Coppin State did lead this game 9-2, the largest lead of the game. And they were trying to add on to that when their head coach, Larry Stewart, was called for a technical foul, and then a second technical. He was ejected from the game, so Stephen Stewart has taken head coaching duties from this point on. Amanda Mazey with more.
Well, each and every night, you never know who is going to step up and lead the Mountaineers in scoring. Honor Huff is the only player to repeat as the leading scorer through 8 games so far. And some of those leaders are coming off the bench. In fact, WVU's bench is averaging 20 points a game. And that's exactly how Coach Hodge thought this season would play out. He expected to be a strength in numbers kind of team, as opposed to just one guy stepping up each and every night. He said it speaks to the heart of this team that they are committed to playing the right way, and however the game opens up and flows, his guys, well, they just go with the flow.
Awesome, Amanda. Thank you. And Bake, you figure out really quickly whether you have a deep team or not.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Shot clock at 8. Nice spin from Morgan, who just came back out there, but he couldn't get the floater to fall. Chris Morgan, who did have those 2 fouls, is going to re-enter here, much like Brennan Lorien, who came in with 2 fouls for West Virginia. Coppin State's at a crossroads here where really kind of just wasting his ability if you don't have him out there. Eagle staff for 3. Can't get his 3rd of the game. And it'll be rebounded by the Eagles. 8.5 to go. Mentioned that scoring defense earlier. West Virginia with 57.5 averaged allowed per game. We got a foul called against the Mountaineers. That's first in the country. And defensive rebounds as well for West Virginia. Don't get points if West Virginia snares all those balls off the rim.
No, exactly. And, that was a concern at the beginning of the year. Would they be able to rebound? But right now they're doing it. Now, of course, things are going to get tougher as they get closer to league play.
We just got a ton of bounce in position 1 through 5. Like Amir Jenkins can rebound. Chance Moore obviously can get basically his chest above the rim, so he's going to be able to be good for a couple of boards throughout the game. Horton inside, and a nice finish from DeMariante Hall. Coppin State cuts the lead to 9. Huff up to Jenkins. The next dead ball will result in immediate timeout. Here from Hope Coliseum. Are the Rockettes a Christmas thing, Bake?
I guess so.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Honor Huff and Amir Jenkins sharing pleasantries here. That West Virginia offense, they've been a part of it. Mountaineers have hit 5 of their last 6 shots, and they lead 26-17. Anything you want to see, Bake, now that West Virginia seemingly has woken up for this game in the final 8 of the first half?
Yeah, just keep it going, And Coach Hodge is still going to continue to make his substitutions, so you want everything to stay the same, the intensity.
All right, West Virginia comes out with a bit of an early press.
Yep.
And they will relent immediately. Hassan Perkins, the senior, running point here for the Eagles. It's going to be tapped out of bounds by West Virginia. Here comes an inbound right in front of the Mountaineer bench. Hall to Perkins. Almost an open look with 9 on the shot clock, getting all the way there, but unable to finish. Nice tip-in followed up from Chris Morgan.
Well, Morgan has come in and given him a lift, even though he has those 2 fouls.
Former North Texas player under Ross Hodge. Jenkins, nice find underneath, and a twist and dunk for Jackson Fields.
Amir Jackson got down, or Jenkins got down inside and was able to find. That was a nice pass inside in traffic.
West Virginia has made some nice backdoor extra passes that I think have really caught Coppin State off guard. Ill-advised shot going to be pulled off the rim by Jenkins, Floyd, Lorient, and Huff.
Great ball movement.
Yeah. Really making Coppin State work to take away the looks. There's another pass inside. Lorient put back, followed up by Fields, and one.
Mountaineers really attacking the glass now.
30-19 West Virginia. I think we're expecting a couple fouls on the Belo opportunity, but on the follow-up, they're going to get Horton for the call. That'll be 2 on him, and he'll go to the bench. Taj Sweet will come back. So discussion there between acting head coach Stephen Stewart and Collie Horton, who's been frustrated a couple times at multiple junctures in this game. He'll have to sit. And Fields and one would not go off the right side of the rim.
West Virginia's been anything but automatic at the foul line this evening.
And West Virginia not great from that position. 50% bake, 7 of 14. Thweet down the baseline, went up against 3 and will draw the foul. Thweet will shoot 2 free throws. But that also lends itself to the other question. When you get into Big 12 games, those free throws, they're like,
well, yes.
So Taj Thweet, 6'7" senior from Wildwood, New Jersey, a super senior who was at West Virginia from 2020 to 22. And he misses the first free throw. It was at Temple for a pair of years, and then last year at Fairmont State. This is his first action since November 14th. Super athletic. He did score 18 points against JMU early on in November 9th. As both teams will make some more substitutions. Koenig is on, along with Trayson Eaglestaff. And Thweet hits the second, 10-point game. Mountaineers in this game shooting 53%. Coppin State at 35. Ball movement from West Virginia has been cleaner. That's a wide open look for Huff, but it's off the back iron and coming down to Koenig.
That's too good a look for Coppin State to give Huff. He's not going to miss a lot of those. Boy, nice take. Perkins right down the lane there and laid that thing in. Wow.
8-point game. Honor Huff is 0 of 3 to begin this game for the Mountaineers. Eaglestaff has hit 2 threes. More to Huff. Chance Moore, he's got the hot hand. That ripped away from him and out of bounds on the baseline. Inbound coming for the Mountaineers.
Good defense by Coppin State on that drive by Moore.
Morris Ugasuk from Finland will check in for Moore. And Obioha has checked back in. Huff, look at that release, and he got it that time.
He didn't have time to think about it. He just caught it, turned, and shot it.
Yeah, it only goes down as a 2-pointer for West Virginia. Footing on the line there. Mountaineers go back up 10. Koenig, running out of options, does find Hassan Perkins. Shot clock at 10, 5 minutes to go first half. Here's a twist, tough shot, rebound for Huff. On the miss from Jamari Percy. Eaglestaff on the way. Couldn't get it to go. Jenkins grabs the rebound. Ugasuk wide open. And again, West Virginia can't get it to go. Jenkins Obioha had Thweet on top of him, and he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, West Virginia with a lot of good looks just now. Just couldn't get one to drop.
First personal on Thweet. That'll be 10th team foul on Coppin State, which puts West Virginia in the double bonus. And again, Stephen Stewart, head coach here for the next 24 minutes and 44 seconds because head coach Larry Stewart for Coppin State ejected from the game. Obioha, first free throw up and in. Obioha, 7-foot senior from Kansas. Last 4 has not been super hot bake, just 4 of 16. But again, as quickly as Obioha found success, always was going to have a return to form to an extent.
Sure.
Second free throw no good, but we are going to get a lane violation against Thweet, who committed the foul, and Obioha will get to shoot a third. And Thweet will now come out of the game. Malachi Nelson will take his place. That's the 3 technique there, Bake.
Yep, sure is. Can he make this one? Knock it down. Nope.
Well, free throw woes continue for West Virginia. 11 of 23 for the Mountaineers from the line. West Virginia by 11. Ugasuk trying to rip it away there. And we do get a call and a travel against Demariante Hall.
Hall got himself in bad trouble down there, brought the ball down and shuffled the feet.
5th turnover of the game.
Boy, he is a big, strong kid, though.
Back to man defense here for Coppin State, Bake.
Yep, they're back man this time down.
Jenkins splits 2. There's the extra man. Ugasuk no good. And Eagle staff can chase down the rebound for West Virginia. Mountaineers just 3 of 12 from 3. And again, those struggles continue. West Virginia 25% from downtown as Hall goes tumbling down, and it will stay with Coppin State with 3:51 to go in the first. They will look at this. West Virginia leads by 11. Mountaineers 33. Eagles 22. Here from the Oak Coliseum in Morgantown. For the Mountaineers on 4 of 6 shooting. Chance Moore has given West Virginia the energy injection that they've needed, Big.
That's exactly right. The whole game changed when he came in for West Virginia. Everybody was a little slow. He came in, picked it up, and everybody else seems to have followed it.
Got an update for you. I thought they were going to review the out-of-bounds call, but they did review the Honor Huff initial 2-point call, and they've turned that into a 3-point call from the corner. So it'll be West Virginia 34, Coppin State 22. Huff gets his first 3 of the game, and that was the toughest shot that he's taken all night so far. Final 3:45 of the first half, as Andrews will look to get things going here. Koenig, a 6'9" junior from New Jersey, into the corner. There's a tough off-balance shot from Basil Saunders. 10-point game.
Boy, he really elevated on that shot, though. Got it up above everybody and knocked it down. Back to the 2-3 zone again.
Hey, how was your vertical back in the day?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't remember.
I didn't measure that one, huh? Huff. For 3. With a hand in his face.
It doesn't take long for him to heat up.
Malachi Nelson closed him out. At 6'5", still knocked it down. West Virginia's got its largest lead at 13. Eagle staff defending Leidner. 10 on the shot clock for Andrews. Le'Veon Leidner again. And a step through and not get the roll. It's slapped out. Eagle staff saves it to Jenkins. 2:30 to go first half. See if West Virginia can keep going here. Obioha never got the handle on it.
Obioha was going to have an easy layup if he could have corralled that.
Andrews, watched by Jenkins. Hands off to Leidner. First we've seen the 6'4" freshman. He'll take it all the way to the basket and meet Harlan Obioha right there. Huff. Too much space.
Ooh.
Didn't miss by much right off the front of the rim.
My vantage point looked like it was right on line.
And Obioha's going to pick up the foul and a blocking call. Obioha picks up his second. With 1:53 to go in the first half. That's 2 Mountaineers with 2 fouls. Obioha's got 2 and Brennan Lorient with 2 fouls. 2 West Virginia starters, babe.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, that's one of the reasons why it's so good to have Jackson Fields in there now. He can come in with his size and really spell the post players.
And the first of a 1-and-1 after a 7th team foul against West Virginia in. So Leidner will have a second opportunity. True freshman that's played 9 games so far. Trying to make this lead 11 points. And it's in. And quickly Leidner goes to the bench to be replaced by Perkins.
And now a little bit of 1-2-2 pressure by Coppin State. Let's see if they trap out of it or whether West Virginia can. Nope, they're not trapping.
Just slowing it down a little bit.
Yep, try to slow West Virginia down.
Coach Hodge calls out the play from his position on the West Virginia bench. Eagle staff. Got Morgan to jump. Good close down on Huff. Floyd. The shot clock at 5. Fields all the way. Blocked hard out of bounds by Hall. And 2.1 on the shot clock for West Virginia without Obioha out there as the big target.
Boy, Hall with a nice defensive play. Looked short of Jackson Fields was going to get a layup there, but no, not now.
You see what West Virginia runs here. Huff inbounding duties. They run the set to him on the way. It's good.
Honor Huff better when he doesn't look.
Truly. Yeah, Huff missed his first 4, but is now 3 of 8 from 3. They go underneath. Koenig cleans it up and scores the ball with 1:05 to go in the first half.
And nice setup by Hall. He went right down the middle, drew all the traffic, and dropped it off to Koenig.
Huff wants it again. Left it short that time. And here comes Coppin State. 12-point game. They'll have to get a shot off before the buzzer sounds for the end of the first half. Fields tips it. Oh, we're going to get a call against Fields.
Boy, Fields thought he had a clean tip. Let's see if there was contact. I guess you could say he has a foul, but I've seen a lot of those not be called.
Especially in a physical game like this.
Yes, exactly.
Jackson Fields also is going to work off that stubbed finger that he got. First of a 1-and-1 is good. And you look at the free throw difference in this game. West Virginia 8 of 16. Coppin State 8 of 11. And he makes them both. So a 10-point game. West Virginia with a 10-second differential game clock and shot clock. They can run regular offense here.
Coppin back in man now for the last few seconds.
High screen. Floyd got all the attention. Chance Moore. Floyd with 3 on the shot clock. Got to get something up. Huff's the guy to go to. It's on the way, and he couldn't hit the rim with 8 seconds to go. So it'll be Coppin State with the last possession of the first half.
Might want to put a little pressure on them. Don't let them just throw it in. Yeah.
All right, handoff. Foul called against Jasper Floyd. A bad foul, which will send Coppin State to the free throw line on a 1-and-1.
I know Coach Hodge wanted some pressure there, but certainly not at the expense of a foul. Wow, that's giving them 2 easy points if they knock these down.
Right. Perkins at the line has 5 points, give him 6. This is his first trip to the stripe. West Virginia will have time to inbound the ball if the make happens. It does. 8-point game. Moore to Huff, who's going to run it quickly over midcourt. Huff into the corner. Eagle staff at the buzzer, in and out. Half number 1 in the books here at Hope Coliseum. West Virginia 40, Coppin State 32. Bake was a back and forth half there. Coppin State, all things considered, pretty solid. Amanda Mazey's now with West Virginia head coach Ross Hodge. Amanda.
Coach, we talked before the game about executing the game plan. Your thoughts on how your team executed that game plan in the first half?
Defensively, we haven't done a good job of keeping the ball in front of us. That's been most of our issues on the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, we've gotten really, really good looks. They haven't gone down from 3. We've got to do a better job of rebounding some of those misses and making a physical play. But defensively, that's where the biggest disappointment has been. We've gotten wide open shots. We got to make those. But defensively, we haven't done a good enough job of keeping the ball out of the paint.
All right, thank you for your time, Coach. Appreciate it. Andrew?
Thank you, Amanda. It's an 8-point game at the half. West Virginia trailed by 7. They now lead at halftime by 8. Chance Moore with 11. Honor Huff with 10. Nobody double figures for Coppin State as we continue. Minutes until the second half here from the Hope Coliseum. Early fireworks here in Morgantown as head coach for Coppin State, Larry Stewart, shown the gate. A double technical foul. He was ejected from the game, but that did not stop Coppin State from having a solid first half, all things considered. They only trail by 8. Chris Morgan and DeMariante Hall, big moments in the game here for the visiting Eagles. Warren Baker.
Yeah, they came out with a lot of energy, and they've been pounding this inside. West Virginia has 14 points in the paint, 18 for Coppin State. So you know what kind of work Coppin State's been doing.
And Chance Moore, big part of that for the Mountaineers, along with Honor Huff. Huff for the Mountaineers with 10 points. Chance Moore with 11. Trayson Eaglestaff with 6. It was a game that West Virginia had trailed by 7 points in the opening minutes of the contest, but finally put things together. Big, you alluded to the points in the paint. Coppin State with a +4 there against the Mountaineers. West Virginia did have a 14-point lead at a time, and the field goal percentage a little lower than you'd like for West Virginia, and higher than you'd like for West Virginia. You know, if you're considering things here for Coppin State, it is 38%, but West Virginia, there's a sense of pride that lowest points allowed in the country.
It certainly is. That, you know, West Virginia's got to sharpen up some things. They cannot continue to shoot free throws like they've been shooting them either, because that's certainly going to hurt you. But Coppin State really came to play, and the coaching staff has to be proud about the way they've gone at it here.
Leading scorer in the game is Chance Moore. He's got 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Honor Huff, 3 of 9, all from 3, and 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Jasper Floyd scoreless, but he has pulled down 4 rebounds. Trayson Eaglestaff hit his first 2 threes of the game before cooling off as the game went on. Brennan Laurent in early foul trouble. He's got 5 points for West Virginia and 2 personal fouls. Perkins with 7, Koenig with 6, and 7 for Morgan as West Virginia leads by 8, ready to go here for the second half. It was not the start that Coach Ross Hodge would have wanted, Bake, if you're West Virginia. And let's see what Coach Stewart has on the other end for Coppin State. Amanda?
He was pretty fired up. He said he knows this is going to be a dogfight for the next 20 minutes. He liked how his team limited the turnovers and rebounded. He said they just have to guard better against the 3, but he's looking forward to this second half. Andrew?
Thank you, Amanda. That is Coach Steven Stewart, brother of Larry, who was tossed from the game. Make some other things you'd like to clean up if you're West Virginia. You did turn the ball over 7 times, and Coppin State, as Amanda said, and Coach Stewart said, I mean, you turned the ball over 5 times. That's really good.
Yeah, it is, especially with the way West Virginia plays that aggressive defense. So I think the first 4 minutes of this half will tell a lot about the way this game's going to go.
Yeah, I feel like that is fair. Fast break points were 10-4 in favor of West Virginia. See if they can't speed it up a little bit. Yeah, it's hard to think that you'd get a worse opening 4 minutes than what you had at the beginning of the game.
Yes.
So for West Virginia, it'll be the same starting 5 as the beginning of the game. Of Huff, Obioha, Lorient, Floyd, and Eaglestaff. They love to go with the Mariante Hall here, and they try and give it underneath. Immediately trying to feed it inside to Chris Morgan, but he could not get it to go.
Yeah, that high-low action, that's something that they were very successful in against Loyola, but that time West Virginia with good defense.
Coppin State led 9-2 in the first 3.5 minutes of the first half. West Virginia would then go on an 18-2 run. Lorient, high off the screen, drops it in.
Give him enough space inside to work one-on-one, and he's going to score.
Lorient in that foul trouble, as we alluded to, only playing 6 minutes in that first half.
Bad mismatch inside. Jasper Floyd was on Hall.
See if West Virginia can alleviate that. They do have Lorient underneath there. That's a tough shot, and swished by Perkins. I mean, those low percentage mid-range shots sometimes go, and when they do, they look pretty. So teams trading baskets to begin this second half here from the Hope Coliseum. Zone again here, Bake.
Yep, 2-3 zone again.
What's the difference between attacking those if you're West Virginia?
Well, there's a lot of space in the middle of the lane there for you, especially with the shooters West Virginia has, but Mountaineers not able to take advantage of it at this point.
There's an aggressive take to the basket, but only back iron for Jamari Piercy. West Virginia's got the ball.
That whole foul line area is wide open now. That one-on-one, go to work. Yes.
And there's Harlan Obioha for 2.
There's no reason bigs for West Virginia can't do a lot with the way we got shooters on the weekend, on the outside.
Obioha gets his first field goal of the game. Wouldn't be a surprise, Bake, if we see that to Obioha repeatedly until Coppin State does something.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they are not acclimated to it necessarily. Bad miss there. Looked like a pass, but it was a shot. Here comes Floyd. Huff. The fake and make. 3 for Huff. Timeout for Coppin State. West Virginia leads by 13. About 2.5 into our second half. So we'll take a pause with them. Host leading here in Morgantown on ESPN+.
All right, fans, it's time to get on your feet and let the music take you. It's time for the WVU Medicine Gullet.
First half and usually about 11 in the second half. Coach Hodge says opponents come in with a heightened sense of awareness to defend him. But as the game goes on and loosens up, Huff finds a way to make sure that he gets open and impacts the game with his scoring. Hodge says it's up to his staff to make sure they are putting Huff in the position to be aggressive and get those scoring opportunities.
Thank you, Amanda. Yep, Huff with 13 in the game. He is averaging 15.5 per season. Quiet against Mercyhurst last time out, but he is back in double figures. Thanks for joining us here, and he gets a steal at the Hope Coliseum as West Virginia leads Coppin State. Lorient wide open, Floyd, and another 3-ball goes awry for West Virginia.
Nice pass by Belo. Floyd just couldn't get it to drop.
We were talking about the importance of the first 3 or 4 minutes. West Virginia back to a 13-point lead. They led by 8 at the halftime break.
We're talking about a pass that was telegraphed. Everybody in the building knew that pass was going in.
Well, you know, Bake, Coppin State did a really good job in the first half. They only turned it over 5 times. That is now the 8th of the game. And an easy 2 inside for Lorient from Obioha.
That's how you do the high-low.
West Virginia's got its biggest lead of the game. 15 points and a 7-0 run for the Mountaineers. See if they can force a 3rd turnover in as many possessions. As the West Virginia tidal wave is coming. Amir Jenkins, Huff, Floyd, Back to Jenkins, 15 on the shot clock. Man defense. Jenkins will help alleviate that. Lorient lines it up and can't get it to go. Rebound Obioha. Jenkins, all the time in the world. Another back iron miss for West Virginia. But a fortuitous bounce. Down the middle, Floyd. Floyd, 4 moves. Can't get the roll. Had exactly what he wanted to there.
Yes, it was.
And a finish on the other end could not be scooped in. Nice take from Perkins. Huff. Missed it wide. Easy rebound.
That's too close for Honor.
Yeah, it is. Horton. Got a move there on Floyd. That's a tough shot. Ends up airballing it. Huff's got the rebound. Jenkins has the step. And he'll go to the basket and finish it off.
Good job of using the rim to protect himself just now. That rim became a shield as he went up to that layup.
Well, the first 5 minutes of the second half belongs to West Virginia. A 9-0 run in the last 3 minutes. And unfortunately, things have gone to bad to worse here for Coppin State. This is all just pitch and catch basketball. Shots like that, difficult to end up winning games. We'll get a break here at the Hope Coliseum with West Virginia leading Coppin State 51-34. Honor Huff, 13 to lead all scorers. Conference schedule in the next week or so. I think the key non-conference game so far this season is West Virginia leading Coppin State here and pulling away. Pitt, Clemson, Xavier. You got Wake Forest coming up from Charleston on Saturday. And then, of course, that Ohio State game. You got Pitt, you got Ohio State. You beat Pitt. Pitt beat Ohio State somehow, some way. But you do have a good way to analyze where this team is at, Bake, before Big 12 play.
Yeah, I think so. The thing that I want to see is West Virginia go to Charleston, even though it's going to be somewhat of a home court for them, but it's outside of the Coliseum, so let's see how they do there.
And, of course, you had the burger race and the slow-mo. Beautiful. Closest race of the season. 8 on the shot clock for Coppin State. And they're looking for that pass inside, but they're too far out. That's off the front of the rim and rebounded by Eaglestaff. West Virginia will have Wake Forest next time out, coming up December 6th at 6 o'clock. That game being played in Charleston. And an and one for DJ Thomas, who we have not seen too much of, Bake.
No, we haven't, but what a beautiful dish by Honor Huff. Huff drew the traffic and laid it off to Thomas, and he knew what to do with it.
And DJ Thomas, speaking of non-conference games, that massive game against Pitt, he's played just 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And DJ's and one free throw would not go, but Chance Moore picks up the loose change. And he'll flip it back out to Jenkins. He runs to the basket and draws the foul. .14-11 to go. Second half.
West Virginia's energy here in the beginning of the second half has been night and day from the way they started today.
Yeah, 11-0 run over the last 4 minutes for the Mountaineers and make it 12 with the free throw make. I think you would have been running sprints had you not come out and done exactly what you needed to do to alleviate this. West Virginia has given up 34 points in this game. In home games this year, lowest point total was Mercyhurst, 38. And that was the last time out for West Virginia. Another offensive board for Chance Moore. Thomas. You can get that all day.
Wow. Yep. Just too strong inside.
It's another offensive rebound for West Virginia to create that possession. And Bake, an offensive rebounding team is this Coppin State team, but West Virginia's got 11 and the Eagles only have 4, but that's not a surprise considering West Virginia has the best defensive rebound in the country.
Yes.
Statistically, Mountaineers lead by 20 points with 13:30 to go in our second half. Jenkins somehow got through it. Eaglestaff, bit of a hitch in that shot, but able to get his own rebound. And DJ Thomas, miles of time to work with, but he can't get it to go.
May have been too open.
West Virginia from 3 in this game, 7 of 26. Not exactly high efficiency. That's just 27% to Bake. As this one goes off of Coppin State, you're looking at the shots West Virginia has taken. You're going to take those every day.
Every time, that's right.
Phenomenal looks. 10th turnover rather for Coppin State after the giveaway. Huff, oh man, he was off balance there and wanted the foul. Nothing but backboard as Thweet grabs the rebound for the Eagles.
When in doubt, shoot it.
Yeah, you gotta stop the ball, right?
If you can't find anybody open, what the heck? Put it up.
Hassan Perkins creating his own offense that time. Amir Jenkins. A nice no-look feed to Huff, who was open, but again, that's another back iron shot for West Virginia. 2-on-1. And Jenkins, good straight-up defense to force the miss. Thomas has it, 2-on-2. Jenkins, quick bump, foul on Perkins, which will be a 3rd team foul against Coppin State with 12:07 to go in the contest.
Boy, can Amir Jenkins get up and down the floor. He goes faster with the basketball than a lot of people do just sprinting down the court.
Well, I'm thinking, Bake, you've played 8 games at this point. This is your 9th contest. West Virginia comes in with a 6-2 record. At some point, you get to that 9th, 10th game. Amir Jenkins, to a certain extent, not a freshman anymore, right?
No. Quite frankly, hasn't looked like one the entire year.
Right. Another cool, calm pass to Ugasuk in the corner. Lorient sees the double team. Ugasuk sees the shot in and out. Chance Moore trying to be active, and can't grab that rebound for Coppin State. A throw to a wing. That 3 wouldn't go. Rebounded by Moore. Chance Moore to Jenkins. Eyes up as always. Hits the trailer Floyd. Neither team has really turned it on as of late. When in doubt, shoot it. How about that from Jasper Floyd, and one with 11:24 to go in the game. He split his defenders, and that breaks a scoring drought of 2.5 for West Virginia. Mountaineers by 20 here from Hope Coliseum. The end one from Floyd when we come back. 58-38 hosts on ESPN+.
Obviously, some of it's matchups, fouls, or just the natural time to sub because of fatigue. But he said typically he'll make a change for defensive mistakes more so than offensive miscues. In that case, he likes to get someone in there that's not making those mistakes and see if they can stay in there a little bit longer. Having options and the ability for other guys to step in for someone who maybe is having an off night is what every coach would definitely like to have at their disposal, Andrew.
Thanks, Amanda. No, it makes sense. When the other team doesn't score, you eventually will, right? Jasper Floyd at the line for the and one. Clearly, Ross Hodges' substitutions. Defensive oriented at the beginning of the game, and the Mountaineers trailed by 7. They are now out to a 20-point lead in this one. Largest lead of 22 just a couple of minutes ago. So Amir Jenkins is out there with Floyd, Lorient, Ugasuk, and Moore. Thweet to the wing. And Thweet line it up and miss it strong. West Virginia grabs the board with 11 minutes to go in half number 2. This really is Jenkins the whole way for the Mountaineers, at least to run the offense. As he went to the basket that time, maybe the first time, Bake, that he actually held on to it. Lorient with a spike.
Where did Belo come from? My goodness.
And the rebound. Well, when you're 6'9" and have the length that you do, you probably jump from the foul line. Lorient. Nice find. Moore gonna get all the way up.
I can't get the shot off, so I'll give it to my partner and let him flush it.
Moore now tied with Huff for a game-high 13 points. Just 2 of their last 13. This Coppin State offense have not scored in 2.5 minutes as we have eclipsed the halfway point of our second half. And that's 3-ball money for Hussein Williams, the junior from Lynchburg. What are you looking for, Bake, with 9:35 to go here? West Virginia leads by 19. It seems like all the pieces are now moving. It's just about execution.
Yes, it is, and that's what you want to see continue. Not over until the you hear the musket at the end.
Brennan Laureate is going to stroke one there. He scores and has 12 for the Mountaineers. He is the 3rd West Virginia player in double figures. That's his second 3 of the game. Coppin State looks to answer quickly. Jenkins grabs the rebound. Moore at the wing. Going to charge all the way in and get the roll. He might have volleyballed that one up in it.
Yes, I'll tell you what, he puts his head down and goes. There is no stopping.
Now, we talked about Chris Morgan and Hall. How about Brennan Laureate using his size there?
From behind. Wow.
Lovely timing on it. And then Chance Moore. Let's see if he had... No, he kept a hold of it.
Yep.
This little double pump.
That's called strength. You know.
Moore now the leading scorer with 15. Super efficient night for him. He is 6 of 8. And his N1 free throw converted. 66-41 West Virginia. He'll now come off and be replaced by Jackson Fields. So, Bake, we've seen Fields do a little bit here for West Virginia. He's got 4 points in the game, but he also is warming up to the West Virginia style, the Ross Hodge philosophy. What does he bring you?
Well, he brings you another big for one, and one that's very, very athletic.
We got a 3-pointer foul as Jasper Floyd to the late closeout. Yeah, Fields' last 3 seasons at Troy, where he played 95 games. And it looks like we will have 2 free throws for Kali Horton.
Yeah, from our vantage point, we couldn't see whether it was a 2 or a 3.
Horton averaging 9 a game has been held in check here. Those his first points. (66-42) Mountaineers. And
it was a 3.
I thought I saw the 3 digits up there from one of our officials. So the best he can do is 2, and he gets only 1. Brett Smith, we have our official Chance Moore and Keith Patterson. I have to hit up John Antonic, West Virginia historian, to see last time we had a player and ref with the same name. He did give me a John Chaney ejection text.
Oh, yeah.
Fields, lay it up and in, and Threet wanted the call. West Virginia's made 3 of its last 3. Coppin State, 1 of its last 7. In the corner, too much on it. On the attempt there from Leidner, then the offensive rebound, follow-up no good. 3rd time is a charm.
Yeah, Hall is finally able to get on the board. They've kept him pretty quiet this evening.
Yeah, DeMariante Hall with 3 points before that basket. He's now got 5. He's had 10 rebounds. There's nothing on the offensive side. 7:43 to go.
A lot of those came early in the game before West Virginia got cranked up.
West Virginia looking to make a almost wholesale change. 3 substitutes. 2 starters plus Amir Jenkins. Eagle staff Huff, look at that release. It's good. Huff's got 16 now.
Huff looked at Brett Smith and said, you know what, I got hacked on the arm on that shot too.
Huff with 16, Moore with 16. Lead of 27 here for West Virginia. 7:05 to go. Second half. Leidner. Perkins. Rebounded by Floyd. Huff. Ugasuk is going to get the foul against Thweet with 6:45 to go in the game. It's been all West Virginia here in the second half. They have outscored Coppin State 31-12, 16 for Moore and Huff on ESPN+. 1-44. Andrew Creedy alongside Mountaineer Hall of Famer Warren Baker, and of course, the future Hall of Famer, the COSIDA All-American Mike Montoro, who's had a very busy day with National Signing Day for West Virginia University football, and he's working talent stats for free. Can you believe that? He doesn't know he's working for free.
No, he doesn't.
It's been a long day.
Oh, my.
Welcome back to Hope Coliseum. Ugasuk to the line to shoot two. He didn't know that was coming. We did.
No.
But he deserves his recognition. Morris Ugasuk looking for his first points of the game. And Bake, you alluded to something. West Virginia was in transition. Honor Huff had a wide open look, then turned it down, kind of really enforcing the fact that this is an unselfish, balanced West Virginia team that really is on the same page.
Yeah, that was we talked about unselfish play. And Honor Huff really, you very seldom will see him pass up a three, but he saw a streaking Ugasuk going down the lane and gave the ball up. And that's what you like to see as a coach.
Huff has had a good game, scored just 6 against Mercyhurst. Has 16 tonight with 6:35 to go. This game has materialized into something West Virginia had expected and demanded, I think. After a slow start in the first half. That'll be a 3-ball good.
3-pointer by Horton.
For Horton, 73-47. And Jasper Floyd is going to call a timeout himself. Go over some things. Perhaps that was requested by Ross Hodge.
Yep. Evidently saw something that he didn't like and wants to correct it right now.
Amanda Maisie is our third member of the broadcast crew, and more on Jackson Fields, who we've seen a couple times in this game. Amanda?
Yeah, he's got 6 points tonight. His debut was impressive against Mercyhurst. He told me it felt really good to get back out there and get into the groove of the game, and credits his teammates for getting him the ball to have that successful debut. But Jackson did take the time to watch and learn while he was forced to sit on the bench because of that wrist injury. Specifically learning Coach Hodge's defensive tactics and knowing where to be in the right spots, and offensively when to cut and where to be, and just learning the plays. He says he took as many visual reps during that time, so when he was able to play, he could just hit the ground running, and I'd say so far so good.
Yeah, fair to say. Did not get the health assessment from Ross Hodge at shoot around today, but with everybody playing that you would think would be available, Floyd picks up the foul. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The fact that we're not, missing a name out there or hadn't seen anything like that, no news is good news in that regard.
That's exactly right.
It'll be a 7th team foul, 2nd personal here against Coppin State's Hall. So bonus free throws for West Virginia from here on out, just under 6 to go. First free throw up and in from Jasper Floyd. He's been quiet, 3-point night for him, but has chipped in with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Floyd playing in his 83rd career game here tonight in Morgantown.
West Virginia with some token pressure.
See what's drawn up here for Coppin State. Horton, checked by Floyd. 10 on the shot clock. Eagles overloaded in that near side. Horton looking to create himself and had it swatted by Lorien.
He was determined to get that shot off.
Into the corner, Huff, fading away. Obioha, put back, no roll. 3rd opportunity.
Yeah, 3 Mountaineers fighting for the ball inside.
Coppin State, we're gonna get a technical foul called here against Coppin State's Kali Horton.
Technical foul called on Coppin State, number 7.
So Horton was the player that had his shot blocked, and
Yeah.
that was a technical foul that was basically on ice until Coppin State was going to get the ball. You can be frustrated. You know, you can say what you want, but it's going to come back and get you. Huff has had the rare distinction of shooting 6 technical foul free throws here tonight. He's only made 2 out of 5. See if he can at least get to 50%. He shot the 4 technical free throws, as Huff can't get to the second one when we had the head coach, Larry Stewart, ejected in the first half, in the first 5 minutes.
Knowing Honor Huff, he might be out here after the game's over shooting free throws.
I wouldn't put it past
That's just the way he is.
Honor is an 84% free throw shooter on the season,
Yeah.
at least coming into tonight, right? Huff from the line tonight, 2 of 6. And a travel call underneath on 3. It's just hard to believe because those 84% free throw shooters, like, it is early in the season as we get another turnover. That's the 12th of the game here by Coppin State. But generally speaking, it's a guy who's played 4 years, maybe more of college basketball. Those don't not fall.
No, that's right.
But here's the thing. Huff is a shooter, right? It's better when you don't think about it. His free throws have come when there's been nobody at the line. There's no traffic. It's a completely different scenario. Lorient looks underneath for Obioha. It's out of bounds with under 5 to go.
You know, here's an interesting thing. At halftime, in the paint, Coppin State had 18 points. We had 14. West Virginia had 14. Now it's 32-20 West Virginia. 32-20.
4:52 to go, second half. Obioha open. And a match there. A couple big bodies. Obioha went up there. Block was coming. Lorient fights for the rebound, but that ends up going off of Coppin State. And we'll stay with the Mountaineers. Torrin Andrews is the last to touch it. Ooh, Huff, that was smooth. Obioha. No mid-range for the big man.
Nope.
Oh, Jenkins got the steal, kept it in. Jump pass ahead of the freshman, Amir Jenkins. Fouled hard. Will shoot to Piercy. He's looking for the big block with 4:30 left.
Amir Jenkins only has one speed. That's all. It's all out all the time.
Be a 4th foul there. As Jenkins shoots the first free throw, Nelson Ramazana.
Son Perkins checks back in for Coppin State.
I know Ross Hodge knew Amir Jenkins was going to be a great player and could be a great player. I don't know if he thought it would be this much this early.
Right. When you're a top 100 kid, you get so much attention paid to you. Were expected to get after it straight away, right? Similar to Miles Sadler. That was the recruiting pitch for West Virginia. So you can come here and you can immediately start working on your craft and start winning basketball games, especially for West Virginia. You know, you go to a bigger place, a blue blood perhaps, that has the reputation, and that's about it. You know, you're looking at a time where maybe you're just sitting there without guaranteed playing time. We're going to get a foul called on Jenkins for a block underneath. 4 minutes to go, second half here from the Coliseum. West Virginia 78, Coppin State 47. It's college basketball from Morgantown on ESPN+. News at the Hope Coliseum coming up Friday. West Virginia women's basketball welcoming a Mercyhurst. That game going at 7 o'clock. You can sign up at stream.espn.com. Catch it on ESPN+. That is, of course, you're at somebody's house watching this and you don't have an ESPN+ subscription. As Mark Kellogg and his crew look to get back on the winning track. 4 minutes to go in this one. 78-47 Mountaineers.
I have a funny feeling that Mercyhurst is not going to fare very well in that game after Mountaineers coming off a loss like that.
All right, final 3:55 here from the Hope Coliseum. Mountaineers have been led by Chance Moore off the bench. He's got 16. Honor Huff also with 17 to lead all scorers in this one. That's an in-and-out three, just missed by Hussein Williams. West Virginia in the first half had committed 7 turnovers. They've got 7 turnovers right now. Mountaineers have really cleaned it up on the offensive side. Thomas, nice dish from Jackson Fields.
Jackson Fields with an excellent pass. Threw it to the right side where Thomas had the man shield and was able to get it up and in.
Points in the paint advantage now plus 14 for West Virginia, much smaller at halftime, Bake.
Yes.
And on 27 West Virginia field goals, you've had 17 assists, always a good sign for the general health diagnosis of the offense. West Virginia thought they had a trap there, 5 on the shot clock. Williams is going to have to create this himself. Running hook layup, rebounded by Eaglestaff. Jenkins, Thomas, let it go. And we'll have a foul call on the block with 2:44 to go. Chance Moore and Honor Huff in a highest point total competition right now. Get 2 free throws here for Moore. He'll have 18.
Tell you one thing that kind of has gone unsaid. I'm really impressed with the way Eaglestaff has been rebounding of late. He's really going in and going after the basketball and not producing on the offensive end like you expected him, but he's really done a good job on the boards.
Yeah, Eaglestaff with 7 rebounds in the game actually leads all West Virginia players in rebounds.
Yeah, really hasn't played that much tonight in, well, 20-some minutes, but still, he's done a nice job of getting on the boards here, and that shot is eventually going to come. I keep feeling that it will, but...
Yeah, you don't score 40 against Bama by accident, right? Hey, there you go.
It is. Ask you should receive or shall receive.
That is his 3rd 3 of the game on 8 attempts. He made his first 2 and then missed consecutive shots there. 84-47 West Virginia. Another turnover there for Coppin State. 2:30 left in the game. West Virginia has held Coppin State to 31% shooting. Not much of an offense that West Virginia has been wanting to prepare for. But again, that ejection of Larry Stewart in the first 5 minutes of the game certainly making things difficult as Jackson Fields hits the triple. West Virginia has jumped ahead to 87 points with 2 minutes to go.
Well, what a luxury to have a big man like that that can step out and knock a shot down.
You know, all 10 players that have played for West Virginia have scored. Nice layup on the other end. Converted. Jamari Piercy with 1:50 left. Well, Bake, you take a win your next time out if you're West Virginia. That comes against Wake Forest on ESPN2 down in Charleston, as Thomas will shoot free throws here for West Virginia. Good measuring stick for the Mountaineers after you left it out there against Clemson and Xavier. You know, games where you had it.
Yeah, well, especially the Clemson game. West Virginia they just ran into a unbelievably hot Xavier team. I don't know who would have beaten them that night. I'll tell you what, though. I went to Charleston, had a great time. The Mountaineer fans down there were unbelievable. I mean, and I met some of the families, and they were just great. You can see the character of the young men on the floor by the parents that I met. But Mountaineer fans were off the charts.
West Virginia going to end this game on a 16-2 run. May change a little bit here in the final minute 38, but you began the second half on a run to create distance, and you end the game on the gas pedal as well. Another turnover. Chance Moore, Eaglestaff.
We talk about unselfish basketball. I guarantee you Chance Moore could have laid that in, but you know what? Here, there's my brother. Let me drop it off to him.
Yep, Eaglestaff now with 11 for West Virginia. He's in double figures. Trayson averaging just 7 a game, and Coach Stewart going to go a timeout here for Coppin State. You know, you could say that Moore is being unselfish. You could also say maybe that block was coming. You never know. And Chance Moore getting compliments there from West Virginia's strength training staff members and others with 1:04 to go in the contest. 18-2 run of the last 5 minutes, Bake. And, you know, to your point, you go down to Charleston, West Virginia University has made a point to get down there a couple times. It's been a while since the basketball team has, but and the women's basketball team go down to Lewisburg, played the Greenbrier tip-off. They were the first game there. You always have the West Virginia baseball team go down and play at Gomar Ballpark there, and you get all fans that maybe can't make the games like this get out and see the Mountaineers.
Yeah, and again, a good Wake Forest team. You know, they're a little up and down right now, but again, they've got a good brand, and that'll be a nice game for West Virginia, and hopefully they can come away with a win there. I want to see them again play outside of the Coliseum, even though I think Charleston will be somewhat obviously a home game for them, but it's not in this building.
Civic Center has got a facelift in the last couple of years.
Yes, much needed.
I don't know, I kind of miss the multicolored seats that somehow had sun damage despite being inside. I'm not sure what you would call that. 1:04 to go. Mountaineers going to close this game at around 47% shooting, 32% from three. That number has increased a little bit. Mountaineers 91, Coppin State 49. Shot clock at 2. And we will have a foul underneath the basket against Thomas of West Virginia. With 49 seconds to go, which will be a fourth team foul against West Virginia. No foul trouble that West Virginia has really had to navigate in this game, Big. Brendan Lorient had 2 fouls in the first 5 minutes of the game. And he's going to finish this game probably with 2 fouls. Floyd's got 2, Jenkins has 2, Obioha has 2, Fields has 2 fouls after that.
Jackson trying to get a steal there so he could put on a highlight reel at the other end, but he couldn't get the steal.
I've not seen Jackson's takeoff ability, but it's 6'8", 210.
I got to believe, I know it is, I've seen it.
Yeah, I would trust it. I would trust it. 44 seconds to go. And bleed this possession. If you're West Virginia's defense, force a bad shot, then you can dribble this one out.
Yep.
That one's going to be tipped into the hands of Eagle staff. And you got a 1 second differential between the game clock and shot clock. You've got Coach
Ross Hodge saying no shot.
Yeah, Coach Stewart on the other end calling his dogs off. 91-49 West Virginia. And they will turn the shot clock off so West Virginia can dribble this one out. It's a final from the Hope Coliseum where the Mountaineers are still perfect at home under Coach Ross Hodge. 91-49 is how this one finishes. West Virginia trailed by 7, 3.5 into the game, but from that point on, West Virginia runs away with it. They score 51 points in the second half and hold Coppin State to just 17, Bake. A game where you knew it was going to be a hard lift, but West Virginia finally did answer the call as the game went on.
It did, you know, a sluggish start, which you don't like to see, but you saw what West Virginia did once they got cranked up, and they're going to have to play like they did after the first 5 minutes in most of the games from here on out.
4 players in double figures for West Virginia, 17 for Huff, 17 for Moore into the West Virginia victory. So for Warren Baker, I'm Andrew Caridi saying so long from the Hope Coliseum, where the final score is West Virginia 91, Coppin State 49. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.